Hello, I'm IBX Toycat and welcome to Seed Sunday. This is a weekly series I do on my channel where I show you seeds for Minecraft Xbox and Minecraft PlayStation, which are really useful and that I think are worth checking out in some way. And this week's seed is very much worth checking out because in addition to, being a really weird mix of biomes and stuff, it has 10 name tags, all of coordinates that I'm going to show you in this video, as well as 2 golden apples, one of the rarest things to find in those chests, as well as diamonds just below the spawn, which are easy to get, and a lot of other really cool terrain features like 2 witches' huts within easy distance of each other. So this is where the spawn is, just over here. I've marked it with a beacon, and the seed is horsecat. That's right, horse and cat on screen right now. And please do like the video if you like all of the effort I put into Seed Sunday. It'd be very appreciated. With that said, let's get straight into this, shall we? So yeah, as I said, here is the spawn. You spawn in this in a little snow biome, but it's the only snow biome in the map, and it's actually quite small, so you can get out of it quite easily by either heading north, heading to the east, just heading any direction. You'll eventually end up out here. But I recommend when you first go into this world, you head north because there's actually a really big hole here, which you might want to head down into, perhaps after you've gone to the first village. But the reason you want to go down here so fast is because literally within 10 seconds of spawn, you saw how fast I can get here. You can just keep going down and down the cave, and you end up so far low down that you end up at gold and lapis lazuli level. So 3 gold, 3 lapis, always a great thing, especially for ultra hardcore. Even if, you just want golden apples anyway, it's still quite cool. But if you head even further down, there's a big water path that will lead you down to here. You can see that there's even more gold just over here. There's redstone, there's all the sort of stuff you'd expect this low down. And if you can make a path over to there, there's actually diamonds. That's right, just below the spawn, there are diamonds this easy to find. You just have to go across a pit of lava, and that's not all. There's 3 diamonds here, which is pretty cool. There might be more below that. But in addition to that, if you head over here across the cave a little bit more, there's even more diamonds over here, which is absolutely crazy. So yeah, multiple diamond sources within the first cave, just below the spawn. That's really cool. And in case you're like, oh, but I have to make an iron pickaxe first, the thing that makes this really cool is if you head back up. So I'm going to take my little route back up here. You can see it's actually not too difficult to get in and out of this place. If you head all the way back up, just to the east, the west of the spawn, there's actually an NPC village just over here. And it's a really small NPC village, but this is a cool NPC village because, of course, you can get some wheat, some potatoes, but it has a blacksmith chest, and the blacksmith chest, of course, has a iron pickaxe and some iron leggings and 3 gold ingots. So, gold apples, really easy, a little bit of armor to protect you, and an iron pickaxe to go mine those diamonds. So, yeah, that's an insanely cool thing. The village is also quite cool because it has a library and a church, so all the best villages essentially, and the church is in a kind of a funny place because it's half underground, so you can't really get into there properly, but it does secure the priest and make sure he can't die, because he just can't get in and out, so you're breaking through the window and you can try, but as you can see, this door doesn't really lead anywhere. But yeah, so with that said, let's move on to the next thing that you can actually do over here. And that is all of the name tags and stuff like that. Also, there's a desert temple over there. We'll cover that in a second. But there's lots of name tags in loads of mob spawners, and most of them are really close to the spawn. So, as I said, this is where you'll spawn, this rough area here. And as you can see, just a little bit to the west of it, in between it and the village, if you go to these corners just here, you can actually dig down, and you can find yourself the first mob spawner. So this is one of the deepest ones. Like, it's quite a big drop down. So, only come here if you want to get the stuff, because the stuff is worth it. It's power 2. That's a bow enchantment. There's also a saddle in there, and 13 the disc, a little bit of gunpowder, a little bit of other stuff, but the other chest has 2 cats, has 2 name tags, and 2 punch to enchantment books. So that's an insanely cool thing to just see, like, so much of that. And yeah, you can make a super bow if you want with punch 3 and punch 2 and power 2, and that's a really nice thing, right? So with that said, with this mob spawner here, there's also a few other ones that are quite easy to get. So in case you don't want to dig down 40 blocks early in the game, you can head to the south of the spawn too. Just head out of the snow biome, and there's actually 2 more spawners really close to each other. You can see that's another one over there. If you head down from this one, so you head down at these corners, you get another reasonably deep one, but here it's a spider spawner, and you also have access to cat, you have another name tag, you have some iron horse armor, and you also have the first golden apple. So that's a really cool thing, because golden apples, they're quite rare to find in these chests, you can't really find them anywhere else, and it's just insanely cool the first time you see them. So these corners just here, dig down, same over with this one over here. This one doesn't have any name tags in it, so it's not adding to that overall name tag count, but of course you can head here anyway, because it's quite easy to get to, and you'll get another copy of cat. You'll probably have too many by then. You'll get smite free, and that's always a cool thing. So if you want to get smite free, you want to have access to a cool cave system which goes down even further, then that's something you can do over here too. So moving out of this one, we want to head further towards the swamp for the next one. So like I said, there's so many of these mob spawners are so close to the spawn, like within the first 100 blocks, they're not too much effort to get to. So this one does involve digging from underwater, I'm afraid, at these corners just here, X62, Z200, and as you can see just here, if you're willing to dig down quite a bit through the water, make sure you block it off in some way, you'll actually end up at a spider spawner. This is just a single chest, but it has a name tag, it has iron horse armor, and a saddle, so if that's worth your time, then it's definitely worth coming into. And you can also pop out here, and as you can see, there's another cave system, and these are always cool if you want to find yourself some diamonds, find yourself some gold, because as you can see here, this is a diamond lair, so just dig around if you want to find that stuff. So, if we head, through here and stuff, and then pop back out, I will show you the rest of the mob spawners going on here. So, I prefer the system, by the way, of stopping water going in, just using ladders. It's quite a useful system. I like it a lot. So, yeah, with that said, as a pro tip, there can be a third witch hut on this seed sometimes, depending on, which platform you're playing it on. I've heard on the PlayStation 3, you'll get a third witch hut here, so if you want a third one, there will be one here, but, on my console, it just didn't spawn that way, unfortunately. But yeah, so if we head third to the left here, you can see, 1, there's a ravine here, quite close to that big hole near the spawn, and 2, there is the desert thing over here. So this desert over here is quite useful because it comes with another mob spawner and also a desert temple. So if you don't know, these desert temples give you randomized chests. They can be anything from diamonds, emeralds, iron, all that sort of stuff, but it's really cool because you can get some enchanted books, apparently 2, looting 1. We got a single diamond there, we've also got some gold, and then we got an emerald. So we got gold, emerald, diamonds, enchanted books, and emeralds, just everything we could ever possibly want there. And also, just over here, quite close to the pit of lava, so make sure you watch out here. At these corners just here, you can dig down, and you get yourself another, chest with another name tag in it. So, also another saddle, in case you want to tame another horse, which is always quite a useful thing. This is just something definitely worth checking out. So, heading back up, and heading further to the north, through more of this, you can see, 1, there's going to be another mob spawner, and there's also another village, and this is one of the strangest villages, because it doesn't really offer anything. It's just 3 villager houses. None of them had villagers in when I first came here, and then there's some crops. So if you like crops, but you don't like villagers, then this is the perfect village for you. It's just confusing. It's a good source of, sandstone and chiseled sandstone and all that sort of stuff, but otherwise it's just strange, confusing, like I said, and maybe there's a secret to be had in this village. Maybe there is. But, yeah, if you head over to here, you can see another mob spawner. These corners just here, coming quite close to the center of the world right here, or at least on the Z side of things. And this is the closest to the, the surface mob spawner, because if you dig up from here, it's literally about 4 blocks up, and then you're at the surface. You can see it's that easy, I think I was 6, but still, it's that easy to get from the surface into this place if you want to, and you'll get 2 chests, and one of them has 2 name tags in, one of them has 1 name tag in, and some iron, so definitely worth checking out this one. Even if you're feeling lazy, you don't want to bother the other ones, you just want to take the 3 diamonds on this seed, it's definitely still worth checking out this place, because you can get the, 3 name tags, as well as some iron and stuff. So, for this next part of the seed, we're going to have to head into the swamp and close to the 2 witches' huts, which are actually really close together. And as you can see, the first witch's hut is just over here at these corners, and the second witch's hut, as I said, it's very close to the first one. It's just over here at these corners, and it has a tree in it, which is always funny to see. I love seeing some trees mixing with some temples, and it actually works kind of because the tree is right next to the base, so it looks like it's just kind of a slightly deformed witch's hut, and it works quite well. I think it's kind of creepy, kind of spooky, and that's always a good thing, right? So yeah, that's the swamp over here. That's what it's got to offer. 2 witches' huts plus potentially a third one. Pretty cool thing for a seed, especially if you want to find yourself some witches. Pro tip, by the way, if you need to get witches, right now they'll only spawn if, the first time you head to one, at least that's the bug. So just make sure you head there fast, and then you should be able to spawn witches if you haven't seen any yet. So next up, we have a skeleton spawner. And by the way, these look pretty funny when the way they rotate. But yeah, we have a skeleton spawner here, which is really useful because that's a farm for bones, which you'll need for bone meal, and for arrows, which are so much easier to just farm than they are to actually, get manually. And there's also another golden apple. There's 2 name tags and 2 copies of 13, because everybody loves 13, the music disc, and that's something you can do just here. So it's reasonably close to the surface too, and it's probably the best mob spawner here in terms of the risk reward type deal. So finally, heading into the top right of the map, we come to the end of the mob spawners I've shown you already, but there is a third NPC village here. Unfortunately, they all are a little bit strange on this map, and this one's just really weird to me, because for some reason, the priest temple over here, which, again, it's isolated, he can't get out, it spawns with mushrooms both inside it and just over here. I don't know why that is. Maybe it kind of crossed over into a swamp biome or something. But there's also some floating poles just here, quite close to the edge of the map, and it's just confusing to look at. This NPC villager's house is just facing the edge of the map, and you can just see nothing for miles. Oh yeah, as you can see there, that you can see it's a swamp over there, and it's weird to look at. It's fun to look at, and if this is your thing, then it's found in the very, very corner of the map, and it's quite a long distance from the spawn, but there's something nice about that. So, yeah, this is, the seed horsecat. I hope you did enjoy this Seed Sunday. If you did, please do like it, like I said. Share it if you have a friend that you think would enjoy the seed. And also, if you're new around here, subscribe. I do Seed Sunday most weeks, and I also do a bunch of Let's Play tutorial stuff that if you play Minecraft console, I think you'll enjoy. So with that said, thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.